My name is Zachary Winwood and this is the oral presentation for my practical assessment. The first song we had to do was Car Wash by Rolls-Royce. It was released in 1976 from the album Car Wash, and it was also nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song. In 2004, a cover version by Christina Aguilera and Missy Elliott was released for the film Shark Tale. It reached the top 5 in the UK, but only number 63 in the United States. The genre is disco, and is regarded as one of the standout songs for the year where it came out. For vocal techniques for the songs, I used a breathy attack and a glottal attack. A breathy attack is where the air escapes for the notes to be formed by adding a H before every word, and a glottal attack is words that start with a vowel. Performance and microphone techniques I used were clapping. I used these before the song starts, along with the backing track, for more of an effect on what I did, and it also gave the song a bit more enthusiasm and more enjoyment to what I did. For my weekly practices, I did it in a different way. I started for the first few weeks just learning the song, and then once I learned the song as well as I could, I tried to add different techniques into doing it. So after the first technique I thought was okay, I added a different technique and see if it would work well on how I could change it. I thought my performance went well as I sang the words correctly of the song, and I sang the song as it was originally sung. I was on time with the song and the clapping before the song started with the lyrics, and I felt I sang to the best of my ability. However, I did slip up on one of the parts, but I was able to carry on. To improve for next time, I would add more movement to my performance as I felt I was too static throughout. The next song I did was Let's Stay Together by Al Green. It was released in 1972 from the album Let's Stay Together, and its genre is soul. This song has been covered by many artists throughout the years, like Tina Turner, Maroon 5 and Seal. It was ranked the 6th greatest song of all time by Rolling Stones magazine on their list of 500 greatest songs of all time. This song is about the uncontrollable love where you are determined to stick it out through the good times and bad. The vocal techniques I used were falsetto and breathy attacks. A falsetto is used by male singers to sing notes higher than their normal range. Al Green uses this throughout the song for different parts where he feels there's more emotion, so he goes higher with his voice. I also sang this song to a backing track. As for my weekly practices, for the first week I practiced the song to how it was originally sang, and after I felt I had learnt the song to the best of my ability, I started to add the different vocal techniques, like the falsetto. I then focused on different parts of the lyrics to find out where he used this the most. I felt my performance went well, as I feel like I used the falsetto correctly, and I felt like I added emotion to my performance. Again, with improvements, I think my performance would have been better if I used more movement, and I felt it would, even though I added emotion, I still think I could have added more to my voice. The next song I did was Wild World by Maxi Priest. It was released in 1987 on the album Maxi, but it was a cover of a Cat Stevens song that was originally recorded in 1970. The meaning of this song is someone searching for peace and happiness in the world, and Maxi Priest's recorded version of this hit number 5 in the UK and number 25 in the US Billboard Pop Singles chart. As for my weekly practices, for the first week I practiced the song to how Maxi Priest sang it, and after I felt I had learnt the song to the best of my ability, I started to add the different vocal techniques, like the glottal attack. I felt my performance went well, as I felt I used the glottal attack correctly, and with the song I thought I added movement to the correct parts of the song. As for my improvements, I ended the song too early, as I thought the song had finished, but quickly realised and carried on. So for next time, I'll make sure for the timings of the end of the song. The last song I performed was Good Riddance Time of Your Life by the band Green Day. This song was chosen by me for my final song, and it was released in 1997 from the album Nimrod. This song has been covered by a lot of different bands, but has also been sung by the cast of Glee for the TV show. The meaning of the song is originally for Billy Joe Armstrong, the singer of Green Day. He wrote this song in 1993 and submitted it for the band's first major label album, Dookie, which was released in 1994. But both the band and their label agreed that it was a great song, but it did not fit on the album, which was loaded with a lot of punk songs. The song was held back until they released it on the album Nimrod. Billy Joe Armstrong wrote this song when his girlfriend was moving to Ecuador. He wrote the song under the title Time of Your Life as a sarcastic expression of the bitterness of his breakup with her. The song has also had different meanings to different people, mostly about relationships and death. Relationships. For example, an end of a relationship is a turning point that makes you look back at what you've been through and realise that it was something unpredictable, but in the end was right. Whatever happens, it was meant to be. Death. When you lose someone you love, it's a huge turning point, and all you have left of them is memories. So with the lyric, so take the photographs and still frames in your mind, that means you can keep them in your heart and hope they're in a better place. Then again, sometimes, no matter how cruel it is, someone's death can always be a good riddance. This song won an award for the Best Alternative Video in 1998 for the MTV Music Video Awards. I chose this song because I felt that it most suits my voice, and because I am a massive Green Day fan, and this song has helped me through a lot of things growing up. Another reason why I chose this song is because it's a popular but also effective Green Day song to sing, and also because the lyrics stand out to me. Most Green Day songs recently over the past 13 years have been about the political side of everything, but this song is more about be happy about the things that you have and the things that you've lost. Whatever you do, I hope you have the time of your life doing it. For my vocal techniques, I used a glottal attack when performing, and for performance techniques, I used hand and foot movements to show that I was enjoying doing the song. Also, I sang to a backing track. For weekly practices, because I've known the song for a long time, I would just sing to the backing track, but I also tried playing it with my guitar as well, for different feels. After I was playing with the backing track, I tried to add the different vocal techniques for what I was doing to see how well I could add them into my performance. With practicing though, I did find some parts challenging, where I would say a word but say it differently to how I was singing the other parts. After I got used to singing it as I was helped and told to, I felt that I performed it well. As for improvements, I felt I could try to make it sound more like a punk song, because Green Day are a punk band, and add rawness to my voice, and also sing the song whilst playing the guitar to make it sound a lot nicer. After this, we had to do 5 minutes of sight singing. This was my least confident one, but I still give it my best. I tried to practice this the most, as I've had no background or lessons in the past on how to do it. I felt like I did what I could, but I think if I had to do it again, I would improve. I think I should spend more time on it, and also ask my other classmates to help me with the stuff I couldn't do. Before my practices, I would always do different warm-ups and techniques to help me warm up my voice, and this helped me a lot with getting around singing the higher songs like Let's Stay Together. We also did this song for John Good's lesson, where we were to sing it with groups. So I think with myself not knowing this song as well, it helped me learn the song better, and also have a different way of approaching the song. And with practicing, I think this helped me a majority, because I didn't know many of the other songs other than the Green Day song. But to improve on my practices, I would always spend more time a day on doing them, and try to not get distracted, and just not do one song a day like I do in most of my practices. And for future, I would try to spend at least half hour on a song each before trying to add different stuff to do, and I think this would help me understand the songs a bit more. I feel like my performance went well, and I performed my songs to the best of my ability. I I think the song I did perform the best was my chosen song, but only because I knew that better than the rest. But for improvements, I think learning the other songs better would help me get the feel of the songs, and also knowing how to sight sing a bit more would help me in the future, like if I wanted to become a session singer. But overall, I felt that I did the best that I could.